there, welcome back. All right, in this video, we're going to take a little detour from our traditional teaching lesson as we listen to an interview we did with Rick Foreman, who actually works at Federal Heath, which is a sign company. And Rick will tell you a little bit more about their business. But in this video, Rick's going to explain how their company has managed to apply Kaizen in a very, very high mix, low volume business. So enjoy the interview.
My name is Rick Foreman, and I'm the Director of Lean Development for Federal Heath Sign Company, located one of our offices here in Euless, Texas, and we have 20 offices and plants located around the United States. Federal Heath has been in business since 1901. Well, we make the signs for Chili's, Brinker, Yum, Taco Bell's. We made the Paris Hilton Ball in Vegas. We make a lot of the Citgo. We just refurbished and did the sign behind Red Sox Stadium for Boston. And so Citgo, Valero, some of those petroleum value streams, as well as hotels, a lot of the Holiday Inn replacements we've done recently, so they're new signs. So we're in several market segments across the U.S. Federal Heath's been on the Kaizen journey for the last few years, specifically focused in the last 3.5 years of very diligent effort on the Kaizen journey. Well, this is huge for us. 2009, we saw almost 25% less revenue than we had in 2008, but we still had profit in the 20 to 25% range. Well, with obviously a lot less revenue and without getting rid of a lot of people and stuff too. So the benefits of Kaizen and continuous improvement has just been huge for us as an organization. Well, we've been working on the cultural change for the last 3.5 years, and part of that is our motto is kind of, what are we doing today and how can we do it better tomorrow? And so a lot of ideas and suggestions just come from folks, whether on the shop floor, sitting in the office, of those constraints are things that we know we can improve on, and how do you think we can get better? And so instead of it being something that's systematically rolled out, we're just asking folks, how do you think we could do this better than what we did yesterday? And so we've been successful, but we're just really focusing on how can we get better. And when we get people thinking about that, we found our culture has changed, where people come up with lots of suggestions. Well, we're make to order. It's all high mix and low volume. It changes depending on what's going on out there in market segments, and just the economy and everything affect it. But it's very high mix and low volume. It could change from day to day to week to month to month. And so it's always changing, and the ability to adapt to that change is really the Kaizen culture that's helped us be successful. We started out with 5S, 6S is really trying to get things out of the way so we could really know what our current state was, get a good picture of what's normal and abnormal. And then once we were able to establish that as a foundation, we began to systematically look at the waste, the 8 major wastes that we would have, whether in the plant or in the offices, and begin to look at that and reduce that waste and improve on it. We found that to be huge, that once we got everything in a place where it goes and we could find it, then we could begin to look, and the waste came to the surface a lot easier. It was a lot easier to recognize. It was a lot easier for the folks on the shop floor to recognize. So with that, we've done a lot of waste or Gemba training, started from plant managers. We have co-lean champions that are managers or supervisors in our shops that also carry the lean champion role. So we've done that, and that has really supported the Gemba training of where we're looking for waste, and that's flowed down to the lead people in our plants and also down to the people doing the work every day. And so it's been a cultural change of stepping back and looking at the processes we're doing, identifying waste. And it started with a foundation of 6S into systematically identifying the 8 major wastes. And with a feedback process, accountability, we capture those tasks, and then we just repeat that improvement process over and over and over every day. Well, the success for us is safety, and in this plant here, we've gone 689 days without a lost time injury. Safety is paramount for us and important. It's number one with our team members. What we found, we wanted to just reinforce that even stronger in our culture, so that as we do our success audits and we're looking at the first 5 S's, we can also strengthen that safety and even take it to another level. So what we've begun is conditioning our 5S auditors to put on that extra set of glasses to look at safety plus. And so it's the culture change for all of it. I think number one, you have to have a systematic foundation that you can roll out for everybody. For us, it was 5S, 6S. We needed to clean things up to know where we were, so we started that out. We did start in manufacturing because with bigger bang for the buck, we just knew we could accomplish more there, and we had a lot of opportunity. So we started there with the Success Foundation, and then we went into establishing lean champions, folks that already had another job, but also that could take the lean kind of flag and run with it. And so with that, we began to develop them, started monthly meetings of training and development for them, and then I would go and coach and mentor those team members over and over as I rotated around to the plants. And so we began to develop a lean champion group with the success focus, and then we started book clubs that are very specific to material that's going to be helpful for us. So you need to identify what material and what tools really are going to be useful for your company. And that's really important up front. Not everything works for everybody, but being able to pick the right tools out of the toolbox for us was critical. Getting everybody involved, establishing an accountability follow-up loop was huge with a task sheet that we have, so that we have owners and stuff like that. So as we tie all those things together, that really gave us a foundation that we could build on and develop and continue. It wasn't something we just did, 1 week. It was a system for us that we could follow and build on, and the lessons learned, that as we were successful in one area, as we moved into the offices, we found that same success using the systematic approach of having a basic foundation. Everybody in the company is accountable for success. Everybody in the company is accountable for identifying waste and removing it from the system. So we've done some value stream mapping, we've done process mapping, spaghetti diagrams, just whatever tool, a lot of problem solving, asking whys, a lot of teaming with groups together, working on stuff, cross-functional teams on the shop floors to have that ownership and make sure processes are improved across the entire value stream in the shop. All of those things have contributed, and we've used them at different moments when they were really necessary to combine and be successful. Well, the buy-in is absolute key, and it's huge for us. Our CEO, Kevin Stokemeister, is the leader of our lean movement and has been for years. And it starts at the top. The senior management group is totally bought in. We have a lean steering committee, which is the senior management group, and myself, that oversees as a support function, really, that we're headed in the right direction, accomplishing the right task. Members of that team are in the Gemba supporting what we're doing and reinforcing it. It comes out in our newsletters, and it's reinforced and supported really nice from the top all the way down. And so there's significant buy-in to where it's not a flavor of the month, but it's something that's tangible, it's real. We've seen the results, and that permeates throughout the entire company, and we've been recognized for those results and awarded not just financially but publicly in a lot of ways too, and seen a lot of success.